Salamanca, Spain, a city rich in history, culture, and architectural beauty. Join me as I explore the highlights of this enchanting destination. Our journey begins at the heart of Salamanca, the Plaza Mayor. This grand square, built in the 18th century, is a bustling hub of activity and a perfect spot to soak in the local atmosphere. And a little note here, I intentionally planned it to arrive after dark. So the first view of Salamanca, walking around, it was close to 11 o'clock, was the Plaza Mayor all lit up. Well, here we are in Salamanca. Salamanca is a city with a university that is the oldest in Europe, I think, and maybe many parts of the world. It's quite a renowned university, University of Salamanca. Many writers have come here. There's a library that's really famous. And this square is supposed to be, or it is said to be, the best one in Spain. And we've seen several already, including Plaza Mayor in Madrid, which is the capital, so it should be good. But this one is another level. With the ornate things on top, those lit fixes that are going all around. So Salamanca, look it up and put it on your list, your bucket list, near the top. Okay, here we are in Plaza Mayor. What do you think of it?
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Any other words besides fantastic?
It's overwhelming when you first see it. It's very surprising.
Very surprising. So it's awesome. It's not one of the words. That's my word of choice. Awesome. So it's unexpected. It's good. And what?
It's 11:30 at night, and there's still all these people out on the square.
Well, it's a university town. I'm sure they just finished all their studies and are now out to relax a little bit before they go to bed and become good students and graduate.
Okay.
And I'm sure that's what they're doing.
I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. Oh, hornazo. So it's got to be something in it. Empanadas. Okay, so we just left the Plaza Mayor and got ourselves an ice cream. Oh, it was Príncipe, which is the chocolate Maria cookies. So that if you're here looking at the Plaza Mayor, get that while you're there. Now it is time to transition to another segment. Next, we visit several locations of the University of Salamanca, one of the oldest universities in the world, founded in 1218. Its stunning architecture and rich academic history make it a must-see. And this font style is very typical of Salamanca University, and you'll see it everywhere. All right, so that symbol at the top, way up there, see it? That's typical of Salamanca, and it means victor. So all the letters in the word victor are in there. So VICTOR. All right, here we are in the plaza outside of the university. There it is. There's the main facade, and there is a surprise on here. I'll reveal it shortly. But let's just gander at the well-lit nighttime version of the University of Salamanca. Well, I told you that this was not the one with the surprise. Well, it is, and I will put a picture of it right there. So on that column, if you find it, you have good luck. But if I tell you, I have good luck. So which will it be? As the tradition goes, if you find the hidden frog, yes, I said frog, on the skull, then you get good luck. And just stumbling around town, or if you intentionally try to find it, a short walk from the university brings us to the Casa de las Conchas, or House of the Shells. This unique building, adorned with over 300 shells, is a beautiful example of Gothic architecture. All right, here we are back walking the streets of Salamanca. And we have the Biblioteca Publica, the public library. It's also the house of the conchas, Casa de las Conchas, those shells. It was the fellow who was really important in town. He did this for his wife. I think we saw him where he was buried in the cathedral. Diego, somebody. But now it's a public library, so let's go on inside. Oh, by the way, see the font they're using, how the O is out of place? That is typical of Salamanca. Okay, let me spin the camera around. This is somebody's house. This is the house of the Conchas, Casa de las Conchas, here in Salamanca. Now, let's get our feet walking over to the Cathedral of Salamanca. Actually, cathedrals. Okay, so this is the cathedral's front door. So we can look up here and see something that is not like the other. There it is. Let's zoom in on this fellow. It's an astronaut. As well, here we have a rabbit, a stork, and a lobster. Where's the lobster? There he is. So, why is there an astronaut, a stork, and a lobster? Well, during restoration, rather than restore it to the original image, they decided to make it obvious that it was a restoration and put something that was obviously not from the 1600s. No visit to Salamanca is complete without seeing the cathedrals. This magnificent structure consists of two connected cathedrals, the Old Cathedral and the New Cathedral, showcasing a blend of Romanesque and Gothic styles. And then after touring the inside, we got to go on the roof of the churches and hear the bells and stand next to the bells while they rang, Quasimodo style. The Salamanca Cathedral, where we are right now, is a remarkable landmark here in Salamanca, known for its unique combination of two cathedrals, the Old Cathedral and the New Cathedral. What we're in right now is the New Cathedral. Now, the New Cathedral was started in the 16th century and finished in the 18th century. Its style is Gothic and Baroque. Some notable features are the main altar, lavishly decorated with intricate carvings, the dome, an impressive structure that dominates the skyline. Pretty impressive from inside, too. The facade features detailed carvings including famous, we'll show you in a moment, astronaut, yes, I said astronaut figure, added during the restoration. Later, we'll see the Old Cathedral, which is directly attached to it, which was began in the 12th century and completed in the 14th century. And its style is Romanesque and Gothic. Some notable features in there are the Chapel of St. Martin, known for its beautiful frescoes, and, which we'll go up on top of later, the Tower of the Rooster offers panoramic views of the city. The altarpiece in the Old Cathedral is a stunning example of Romanesque architecture. What we're looking at here, though, is the choir loft and the main altar of the New Cathedral. And then, when one is in these, one has to always look up, because that's when the feeling of being small and heaven looking down upon you really comes into play. Okay, this painting is not like quite the others in the building. Almost looks Eastern. This is another painting that does not quite look like the others in here, but it is still very interesting, very modernist. Almost looks like a Dali. So now we are entering into another section of the cathedral. I think this is the older section. Yes, it is the older section. Hence the walls and things are much of a different style, including that painting on the wall. So they've made two cathedrals. This was the original one. They built a new one just next to it, new being 1600s. Well, what a wonderful experience and vision. But now it is time to go up, up, to the top, to hear the bells and see the city. Okay, it is starting to rain now, but here we are. This is the tower from the old Salamanca Cathedral. And over here, this is the tower from the new cathedral. And we were walking on top of it here. And it's getting to start to rain, so I'm going to change cameras back. Oh, wow. That's great. Okay, so there's a crack right here. Oh, there's plenty of patches. Now on the tower, they had to, instead of going, the tower used to go straight down. They fanned it out so it could support itself. But there's a crack right there. What do you like better, the inside or the outside? And here is a clock mechanism. And here is a traffic light to control who goes up, who goes down, when. Which reminds me, I used to think I was indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. We then saw the Roman bridge, which was built by the Romans, busy folk that they were, a historic bridge that dates back to the 1st century AD. It offers stunning views of the city and the Tormes River. Okay, here's the Roman bridge. So across this road, notice how straight it is. The Romans like their straight. I don't know, maybe they hadn't invented the curve yet. So this is a Roman road built like the aqueduct 2,000 years ago. And of course, we cannot forget the local food. Salamanca is known for its delicious local cuisine. Be sure to try the famous jamón ibérico, and we had quite the magical experience with that. And the traditional hornazo, a savory pastry filled with meat. So, what we decided to do for our dining experience is swing by the market, pick up some ham from a really nice fellow who explained the whole process to us, and one of those hornazo things, and then go have a little picnic next to the Convento de San Esteban, which is a stunning Dominican monastery located in Salamanca. In fact, they have leased half of it to a hotelier, and that's where we stayed that night. Thank you for joining us on our journey through Salamanca. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Hasta la próxima vez.